welcome back to my little postmortem beach here, where I talk about why and how and everything about Open Fishing XL and how I got it from an idea to a game on Steam. So, let's get right into what we're talking about. We're talking about the different rods that are in the game. So you can like select a new rod and it will work differently and stuff than other things. Then like the other rods, and like this one works specially because you have to reel in because it's a spinner rod. Anyway, got lots of stuff in this update that I made a long time ago. And the reason I added it, or the reason that it was a good update, not actually, I don't remember why I added it. Maybe just because, oh yeah, fishing games have this. But the reason why it was a good update, is what really matters, is that it added progression. So you start off in the game with the default rod or standard rod, and that one is just, you know, basic. It's not especially bad or good. It's a little bit bad, but like it's just normal. And that means that you can go for these other rods, like the light spinner rod, which is like cheaper, but also like, well, it's not cheap. It's cheaper than the normal spinner rod, but it's like a little shitter, you know. So what was I talking about? Oh dear, talking is hard. I've already recorded 2 of these. Okay, cut me some slack. So basically, you can get a rod that's better than your last one, and that adds progression into the game. It's important, because otherwise, people are just playing your game thinking like, alright, what I'm gonna do now? I have no idea, there's no point. And then they quit. And then people don't have fun with your game. So, it's important for people to kind of have a goal for what they're doing. And I had basically no progression at the start of the development, but I got better and better and better as I worked on it. And I could have done a way better job of explaining like that you need to buy a new rod. So another kind of important thing of game development that I want to teach here is tutorials. So my tutorials are good enough that people aren't too confused, but they're not good enough that people know how I want them to play the game. Maybe that gets more into game design as well. Like the game isn't designed in such a way that you do what I want you to do to have fun. Which I mean people do basically almost do it. But people, I watched a streamer play it at some point and he only used the bread because it was free, which kind of makes sense, but also doesn't, because like it wasn't it's not the optimal way to play essentially. And you know, people often think like, oh hey, I'm not making any money, so how does this work? And they're only using bread, which is intentionally debuffed because it's free. So you have to take some risk buying a nicer bait, which I could have tutorialized a lot better. And similar thing with the rods. If you, for example, if you were to use the minnows right here, and you had a rod like the starter rod, you'd lose a lot of fish essentially, and that's why it encourages you to. I accidentally walked over to the store. How fun! So this rod, for example, this one would have no trouble fishing with minnows, but this one over here would. So that's basically the idea of why I added this, why it's a good feature, and why you should add progression stuff into your game. It's really important for people to have fun. And to also tutorialize your features properly. Because otherwise people will get confused and they won't use them. Like I had a lot of people tell me, like, I never realized I had to buy a better rod than I had before, than like the standard rod, because they were so expensive. So maybe I could have shown that a little better, or like made them cheaper. There's lots of stuff I could have done. But yeah, so that's cool. That's neat. Talking about stuff. I think talked about everything now. So have a nice day. That was my face many times. Look at the loop. I always love loops like this. They're so entertaining to me. But essentially, goodbye, like and subscribe. Yada yada yada. Goodbye.